Um, Again, I kind of touched on these already. So what we currently offer, let's see, with the CCC is the associate level, what you can see here on the bottom, which is the combination of the CompTIA Cloud Essentials as well as the CCC Virtualization Essentials course. If you get those both, you get the associate level degree. And then we are currently offering the Service Manager course, the Architect course, and also coming up with the other ones. So that's these courses are offered globally, and again, you can look at the course calendar to see where they run. Some of them are just released and are very new, so it might take, let's say, a month or two before the calendar fills up. But yeah, you can always just ask the CCC when they're running courses, where if they're not on the calendar yet. So quickly on that CCC Associate, I mentioned it a couple times already. The target audience is really like business and IT roles, aiming to get a broad understanding of cloud computing. So the CCC Associate includes, let's say, virtualization technology and cloud technology, but that's just one area of the course. For example, we also look at the risks of virtualization in cloud, but also how do you adopt those technologies, what things do you have to think about when you actually implement it within your organization. Also, what are the impact on the services? So service management is very important as well with cloud computing and virtualization. So what's the impact of that as well? What are the business advantages? So why would you even consider cloud computing? What's the business case for that? So the associate level degree is really not just, it's not technology focused. I think technology is only maybe 40 or 30% of the whole certificate. So it's much more for just a general understanding of cloud computing. If you're a little bit more advanced, then I'll skip this one, is then again the professional series. So those are, there's various roles. So this one is the solutions architect. And I sat through this course a couple of weeks ago here in Rotterdam, where I'm based. And what was very interesting to see is that we had, let's say, enterprise architects and business architects. But yeah, cloud is really a disruptor in that sense. And it's really incredible to see the impact cloud can have on, let's say, architecting the IT landscape for an organization. And what was very relevant is that after this training, the business architects as well as the enterprise architect really thought differently about what can they do with cloud, what do they have to think about, what reference architecture models are available or could you utilize. So it's very powerful to basically add that, let's say, that cloud knowledge within the brains of the attendees. And the same really goes for the Service Manager course, which we also run recently. And actually I see a typo here, Cloud Security Governance, so that should have been Cloud Service Manager. And again, it's, if you're a service manager or you're working in that field, then you'll soon have to design cloud services and manage those and launch them. And how do you do that? And how is it different from just doing your regular service management job? And that's really what the course provides, so that you can be ready for what lies ahead. So quick recap then from this presentation. I don't think cloud is no longer a buzz. Some people say, yeah, I don't think cloud is real yet. Well, if you look at the statistics, it's definitely past the hype, and it's real, so it's coming. What we also have seen is that cloud competencies don't really exist within organizations. So like I said, a lot of the organizations can easily buy and purchase cloud solutions, but leveraging them really to their benefit and managing them well is a lot more difficult. I mean, anybody with a credit card can go out and use cloud computing, but thinking about how you're going to use it and embedding it within your organization is a lot harder. And what we also saw is the cloud impacts various roles within an organization. So have a look at that sheet again and think, well, if we're going to the cloud, what will my role there be? And what do I need to do, or what do others need to do? Certifications are the surest form, let's say, of recognition and assurance. So if you have certifications, I think it's something that you can actually prove that you took the training, that you invest in yourself, and it proves that you have cloud skills that are, again, getting more and more relevant. And again, also what I mentioned, just learning about products and vendor training, that's great, but I think it's even better if if you have more vendor neutral courses to supplement your, let's say, your vendor knowledge. And then the last one is, look for the accredited courses and see if you're interested in taking one of these. So that's a quick recap. Then I have one bonus before we go to the questions. A while ago we developed a game, like a simulation, where you can kind of like test what do I know about cloud computing, or is there much more for me to learn. And it's basically, if you're familiar with SimCity, don't know if some of you play that game, or just other simulation type games. This is one of them, and you can play the first 2 levels for free if you sign up for the game. And then you basically just have to manage a company and play around with cloud solutions. So it's quite a funny game. So again, cloudchallenge.com will get you there, and you can play it for free. Quickly, where are related courses available? There's a link here. If you go to cloudcredential.org, you'll see the upcoming courses. If you click at the upcoming courses tab, you cannot find it. You can just basically add upcoming course.